You are probably familiar with the concept of copyright, but sometimes the rules can be confusing. Have you ever wondered whether it was okay to use images, music, or other copyrighted material in your own work? If so, keep watching. This video will provide a brief introduction to the fair use of copyrighted material. First, let's discuss the types of materials that can be copyrighted. U.S. law grants copyright protection to original works of authorship fixed in any tangible medium of expression. Original works of authorship include everything from books, music, and images to choreographed dances and even pantomimes. Ideas, however, can never be copyrighted. Copyright owners have many exclusive rights, including, among others, the right to reproduce, perform, and display their work. But there are also important limitations on copyright protection. One of the most important of these limitations is referred to as fair use. U.S. law permits certain uses of copyrighted materials. Without infringing on an owner's rights, a person may make fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. There are 4 factors that determine whether any given use of copyrighted materials can be deemed fair. The first is the purpose and character of the use, and particularly whether the material is used for commercial or educational purposes. The second factor is the nature of the copyrighted work. It is easier to make a fair use claim for a factual work rather than a creative work. The third factor is the amount and substantiality of the portion of the work used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Using a small percentage of a copyrighted work is more likely to be considered an acceptable fair use. And finally, the fourth factor is the effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. There is no exact formula that determines whether the appropriation of copyrighted material is protected under fair use, and it is important to remember that not all educational uses of copyright material are automatically acceptable. A common misconception is that giving a source credit for material counts as fair use. A citation alone does not make the use of copyrighted material permissible as fair use. You should consider each of the 4 factors every time you use copyrighted materials, and when in doubt, always contact the copyright holder for permission. For students, the fair use limitation on copyright protection creates an important space for the use of copyrighted materials for educational and creative purposes.